Hi sellers, my name is Mari and I am Shared Studios art director and senior graphic designer. Today we will talk about how to make an Amazon product infographic that sells and that is effective and enhances your whole listing. So let's get started. We talk about the DRW formula. What does this mean? It means the Don't Reinvent the Wheel formula. So we will talk about this and I'll explain to you a little better what I mean. Why should you use infographics on Amazon? You have to understand that us humans are visual learners. On average, only 20% of us humans read text on a web page. This means that they will view every single image, meaning, for example, in our video about A+ content, I explained that text is important, but it is not the most important thing. You have to focus on the images that obviously make the product the center of attention, and the same thing and the same principle applies to infographics. The product is the center of attention. And in this case, the infographic must answer a question. And the clearer you answer that question with the image rather than with the text, the better. Additionally, people following directions with text and illustrations do 323% better than people following directions without illustrations. Why? Because when we see an illustration, we can just replicate the actions that we are looking at, meaning if we do how to install and we see the pieces, this is a nail and this is the shelf part and they have to go together, we know that those two have to go together. But if we only read it, then it wouldn't be so obvious, would it? What are the main types of infographics, or at least the ones that we see on Amazon? The first one would be a comparison with the competitors. Yes, that's pretty obvious. You have your product and you have the how does it work? How is your product better than the competitors? In this case, we did this infographic for a hand sanitizer, so we had to explain how it was better than other hand sanitizers. So there you go. Then we have what is included on the package, meaning if your product comes with accessories or just other objects to complement it with, it's very important that you have one of these. Here we have a carbon fiber wallet kit that comes with a lot of accessories so you can play around with it. We have the features and benefits. I would say it's one of the most important ones. Why? Because these talk about the problem or the issue or how the product will make your life easier. So they are very important. And I believe every listing should have at least one infographic that talks about the benefits or the features. Then we have how does it work? If your product is a little complex, you have to explain how it works and how it can be used on the potential buyers or how it will benefit them. In this case, it was an ice roller, so we have to explain how is it that the ice roller is effective on your skin? So what does it do to your skin that it is effective and that I should get it? So there you go. We then have size and or weight. In this case, these are frames for tables and for events. So this is the size, 6 inches per 4 inches. And also it's double-sided. Then we have ingredients and composition. I believe I mentioned this on the A+ content video as well. It's so important when you sell something that goes inside or on the body, what it is made of. So if you are selling a supplement, which is the case here on this image, you have to explain what are the ingredients. What am I putting into my body? It's so important to know. Then we have about awards or certifications. In this case, this product was awarded by some magazines, so it was very important for the client that we mentioned it. And finally, we have disclaimers or warnings. Now, about the disclaimers or warnings, I believe it's there's a gray area there. Why? Because disclaimers are important, yes, so people don't get a wrong perception about your product, but you don't want to make an image that is about something that your product doesn't have. So in this case, we have a set of 3 candles and it doesn't have batteries included. Now, why would you make an image that talks about how the batteries are not included? That is a negative thing. You are positioning yourself in a negative way at the eyes of the client. It's important that it is there, but don't make it the center of attention of the image. So in this case, we did mention it along with other features. For example, that when you do put the batteries there, it has a long battery life. It doesn't consume a lot of battery. And as well, how many hours of candlelight you will have once you put the batteries in there. So that is a way to put it. Now, what makes a good infographic? In my case, or the case of Shared Studio, we wouldn't say that there is just one type of good infographic. As I was explaining with the types, it depends on the product because every product is different. Maybe the features or the benefits in one product aren't as important as the ingredients, you know, like it depends. So if you asked me today, what is the best type of infographic? I would say say there is not one type of infographic, but a good set of infographics. In this case, we have 3 options for the roller set that I talked about earlier. So in this case, we have a features and benefits, meaning how will this product change my life? How will it make it better? How will it make my body better? My whole skin better? That is the first one, features and benefits. It answers a question, which is also important. Here I put 4 key points. So does it answer a question? Yes. The question being, how will it make my life easier? It solves an issue. Yes. It reduces puffiness and pores. It invigorates your skin and it stimulates the lymphatic drainage, so on and so forth. And then the other ones go ahead and explain the product. What is the product? It is a portable size ice roller and jade roller or jade stone kit that has a removable head. It is 100% authentic. It is thick and strong and durable. So there you go. That explains the product as well. Again, for the third infographic, it explains where you can massage it on your skin to get these benefits that the first infographic talks about. And also, again, how it can benefit your whole skin, which takes me to the last key point, which is FOMO. FOMO is fear of missing out. So with the images of like the whole set of images, from hero images to infographics to lifestyle, they all have to create FOMO on this potential buyer. What does this mean? In this case, we know that all of these images communicate what the product is about, the quality, the benefits, the features, how will it make, again, your life easier. And so you create a FOMO feeling. Oh my God, I really want to get all of these benefits. I want to make my skin better. So you have to get the product. And that is FOMO. Here we have another example, Les Amuse. So Les Amuse is a coffee brand on Amazon, and it answers the question, what is it made of or what are the benefits? It is a delightful base of citrus, and what are the benefits? It helps to reduce the risk of neuron disorders. It easily absorbs the caffeine, and it is an excellent source of antioxidants. Then we have the strength and roast lever bar. If you are looking for a strong coffee, then this will help you definitely, which creates again the FOMO. It explains the product, what the aroma is, what the strength is, what the body is, which most likely for a coffee connoisseur, these features will be very important. The ingredients, the roast bar level, etc. And finally, it explains the origins. So this comes from Guatemala, Peru, and Indonesia. And that is what I would say makes a good set of infographics. Now, how can you create an Amazon product infographic that sells? Again, the DRW formula. When we say don't reinvent the wheel, it means that everything in the world already exists. There are already multiple ways to explain a product. There are multiple ways to put the design. There are multiple ways to put the text. But instead of looking for a way of how you can just invent an infographic that is different from the competition, you have to have in mind a couple of aspects. Yes, but you don't have to think from scratch. You just have to look at what your competitors are doing, which obviously we will talk about more, and see how you can enhance it. What are they missing that you can now put on your listing? So let's get to it. So number 1, benchmark analysis. Study your competitors, study their questions, their FAQs, their reviews, because every listing has good reviews, yes, but also they have bad reviews. So if you have to see your competitors' products, see what they are missing that you can include on your images, or that you can disclaim on your images that they are missing, so you have already an advantage on top of them. So if maybe the product is travel size and the competitors isn't, then you know yours is, you can include that on your infographics because it is something that people are looking for. Then we have write a list of what people are looking for. There you go. If people are looking for features, some key features or some important features that the competitors don't have, then you can take advantage of that list and put it and use it on your infographics. Last but not least, hire professionals to bring your vision to life, because professionals, and again, I mean us, can really help you bring that vision to life. If you are very clear with the list of competitors, with the benchmark analysis, and the list of benefits that you need to include in your listing, but don't really have an idea of how to put it out there or how to put it in creating beautiful infographics, then definitely we can help you and we would be more than happy to do so. So please schedule a free marketing consultation now. Now, we go to the do's and don'ts of creating infographics, but I want to show you very quickly how we make an infographic here. Here we are in Photoshop. You might be familiarized with it, and I'll show you what we do usually at Shared Studio when creating an infographic. First things first, there is a whole benchmark analysis behind why we chose the elements that you're going to see and why we chose the photos that you're going to see. We usually have a feedback session with the clients where we define the art direction proposal and everything, but I won't say a lot of that because you can again see it on our free marketing consultation. We start first with the product. This is the product edited, masked out. There are no blemishes. If you think these are blemishes, the product is just organic and it looks like that. Then we add a cute background. We don't really like using plain backgrounds like white or just a solid color in particular, because it doesn't make the product stand out more. It doesn't make the product even more beautiful. In this case, we use a sort of yellowish beige background that enhances even more the product and that it brings it out of the background still. And it brings it makes the yellow pop out more. It makes it look more beautiful. After adding this background, we have a couple of assets, graphic assets in the background. I'm going to zoom in so you can see it. Little leaves that represent that organic aspect of the product. So in this case, the product is an organic set of sponges. So we want to make sure that that is seen throughout the whole project. Then we have the features. First of all, the client really wanted to have close-ups of the natural wood cellulose. So there you go, we have a close-up so you can look at the texture. Again, by buying online, you are not giving your clients a full sensorial experience of the product, how it feels, how it looks, how it smells. So the more information you give through images, the more they can sense and feel the product. In this case, with this particular close-up, you can see that the texture might be a little rough on the hands, but once you have it on your hands, you will see that yes, it is rough and it will work perfectly when scratching things out of surfaces, for example, kitchenware or the bathroom or windows, etc. After adding a close-up, we add an additional close-up of the other part of the sponge, which is coconut fiber. Again, this is the part that will scratch those fingernails, so very important to have it there. And finally, we add a differentiating factor, which is that this whole pack of images is a 12 new and premium pack. That is how we make it. We have text, but not too much. We have good quality images that if you zoom in, you see that they will still look very good, very high quality. The image is not breaking. The image doesn't look pixelated. Even the close-ups don't look pixelated. And the background, the fonts, they all look very, very perfect. So that is what we are looking for. We have very high quality standards. So there you go. Going back to the presentation and the do's and don'ts of creating infographics. Number one, as I just said, we need text, yes, but we don't need all the text in the world. And just look at this example. The text in the first image, first of all, is not enhanced for mobile. That is very important. Remember that your potential buyers are also looking at these images via their cell phones or their tablets. And these images that you're looking at on desktop won't look the same there. They will have to zoom in into the screen so they can read what they are looking at. So please keep it, as we love to say, keep it simple, stupid. So here there is a lot of text and it will definitely become overwhelming when zooming in and trying to read. So this is about a dog leash, a comparison chart. And there we have examples of images that we made, obviously the one we didn't make, where you see little text but very explanatory. This is a premium quality harness that has a plastic release, heavy duty, strong materials. And then that it is designed for every dog, meaning it can adapt to different sizes. So there you go. Then we have the design must solve a problem. Remember, I just told you that a set of infographics should answer a couple of questions or a couple of key aspects, right? Then here we go. Here you have it. In this case, we have about the carbon fiber wallets. This product, I mean, it's not clear. I don't see the V-shaped design that they are talking about here. And also, I don't see a clear example of the C-shaped design that allegedly makes it easier to withdraw cards. So that is very important to fix and to have in mind. In our case, in these two images, you can clearly see that there's a C-shaped cutout because you can see it on the image. There is a C there. And also it's easy to retrieve cards or money effortlessly. That is very clear. And apart from that, we have a premium material infographic. We love to talk about the quality of the products of our clients. So in this case, again, with close-ups and little icons, you can make the image more representative and more easy to the eye. It's more easy to understand and process the information that you are giving. So there you go. The design must solve a problem and also answer questions. If your design is not effective, it may affect your product. Then finally, a picture is worth 1,000 words. If your images have bad quality, yes, it is over. So out of these 3 sets of images, what stands out more and what catches the attention more and what talks more about your product? So here we have a set of sponges. This is a 4-layer sponge, which I believe would be a cool feature to work with, versus the premium 12-pack organic sponges that I just showed you how to make. You need high quality images that when you zoom in, it doesn't break, it doesn't pixelate. You can still see the quality of the product. You see the composition you really want to keep seeing. You want to keep looking at what more information are they going to give me. They're giving me a lot of information, but it is a fun, visually pleasing, beautiful way to look at this product that just by looking at the images, I understand it's a product that will look beautiful in my house, that is completely worth it, and that the buyer, the seller, put a lot of time and effort into making beautiful images for their product, which means that yes, the seller probably also put a lot of time and effort into making an amazing product that will last a lot of time. So that is important. And that conclusion comes from images only. So imagine what a good set of images can achieve in the minds of potential buyers. Now, how can Shared Studio help you increase your sales? As you know, we are a team of professionals with over 10 years working for e-commerce brands and over 5 years working for Amazon. We know what we are doing. We are very data-driven. We love data. We love doing benchmark analysis and understanding products, industries, sellers, visions. So there you go. We would love to work with you. Our strategy is proven to increase your sales by 600%, at least in the first 3 months. Schedule a call with us. I will link everything down in the description of this video. We would be more than thrilled to talk to you. We would be more than thrilled to hear your ideas and bring them to life. So until next time, bye.